Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the GSD Show. We are continuing this little mini-series where we give you an inside look at our GSDCON events, where attendees were able to ask a panel of experts questions related to fitness finance. Today's episode is about cash. One of the studio owners is ready to open up his second location, which is amazing. But he wants to know how much cash he should have as a safety net to move his plans along. Let's see what the experts have to say.
My question is, I have one location in year 6 now. It's producing pretty well, generating cash, and the time has come to scale to number 2. How do you toe the line between wanting to have a runway, to have enough cash on hand, to not worry about running out of runway with location number 2, without really, exhausting the cash coming from number 1, especially given the interest rate situation right now? I mean, the cost of capital is obviously shooting up. What's enough? Is it 3 months of total expenses for both places, versus over leveraging yourself and kind of burying yourself in debt that's hard to get out of?
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good question. And I'm sure there's 800 different answers to that. So I'm going to speak on it, and then I'll have Adam speak on it as well from a different standpoint. Personal experience, I did exactly that, right? I kept a decent amount of cash. The biggest recommendation that I have for you is keep location number 1 buttoned up. If that is what is allowing you to afford to have the second opportunity arise, you have got to make sure that stays cash flow positive. You have to make sure that stays profitable. And I would even look to see what I could do to shrink my expenses there. Now, I'm not saying cut back on things, because where you're at has allowed your profit margins to be where they're at. What I'm saying is, if I can not overpay on debts and things like that, and I can leverage that cash. Again, I think every individual situation is different as far as, your runway, right? I think it would be nice if there was an easy, oh yeah, definitely keep 3 to 4 months like that, and that's it. Your hard number is 4 months of expenses in both locations. I'm not sure that's not something that I can speak to. Adam's shaking his head no, so I think we're in alignment there.
Well, but to go on that before we go to Adam too, to get the most out of that first location too, and make sure that that's happening for a couple reasons. Number one, let's say you're at 60 grand in revenue per month right now with that location number 1. Well, going from 60 to 80 is going to be a lot more profitable than going from 10 to 30, right? Because the expenses aren't going parallel to it. So there's just a lot more profit there. But so one is, can we get more profit out of the first business? Is there a lot more we can do there? Not only because it's great for cash, but also because whatever you design here is what you're going to design here. And so if you only got 70% out of what you could have gotten here, there's a good chance that's going to carry into the second location as well. So you're always missing opportunities on the other locations. One thing, all his locations have been maxed out, so he's maxing out everything he possibly can do. I don't know if you could have fit more members at some of them, when I went there, classes, there was wait lists for days. So I think that's a good thing. And now turning to Adam for the money side of it.
Do you want to open another location?
Yes.
Then do it.
That's the Tony Robbins answer, I guess.
Because you're probably going to succeed. Now, obviously, we've got to put some guide rails in. I loved your bowling thing. It was cool. Because I'm good at bowling. I even missed the pins and I got my eyes open. But so my analogy on the bowling thing is, okay, you want to go bowling, so go bowling. We can maybe put some guardrails up, like when they do for the kids, and help that thing. But go bowling. Just if you want to do that, you've got to go do that. Otherwise, you're going to sit here beating yourself up, which everyone loses. Probably the gym that you have loses more than anything. So if that's your goal, then let's make it happen. It can happen. There are people in this world that fly in $50 million jets. There's a guy from South Africa who's the richest man in the world. Elon Musk. That can happen. Maybe it's 1 in a billion, but it can happen. So you can do it. Of course you can do it. We can go get those little nuts and bolts in place. It sounds like you're probably pretty far along the way. Yes, there's some cash flow things, debt things. But if you really want to do it, you're going to do it. 2 little things I would add to that is, can the first gym create efficiencies of scale for the second gym? Can they?
Yes.
Oh, brilliant. I mean, now we've answered all the questions. We can just go do it. Secondly is, I was going to just tag on that, is don't lose focus of the first one. It's your cash cow. That's the horse. Put the horse first. Okay. If those things are in play, unstoppable.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Wow, Adam at the end there with a mic drop moment. Thank you guys so much for watching, and just as a reminder, you'll be seeing a few more of these style episodes as we thought it'd be super helpful for you guys to learn this information and also get an inside look at these events. Like I said before, many of our attendees always say we wish we would have started coming to these sooner, so I really encourage you guys to check out the link in the description below, learn more about these events, and maybe come for yourself. So you can do that by clicking the link in the description below. Thank you so much, and we will see you in the next episode.